Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's class is on Islamic philosophy of education. This is our fifth class on the Indian philosophy. Previously we have taken classes on Vedanta, Sankhya, Buddhism and Jainism. Also we have taken classes on the various Western philosophies such as idealism, realism, naturalism, pragmatism, existentialism and Marxism. You can watch all the videos by simply clicking on the playlist. I'll also provide the link in the description below. And if you are new to this channel, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon to get notification when new videos are uploaded. So coming back to today's class, that is Islamic philosophy. And in this video, we will understand in the most simple way the meaning of this philosophy, exponents, metaphysics, epistemology and axiology, fundamental principles, aims of education, curriculum, methods of teaching, role of teacher and students, discipline and school. So to start, Islamic philosophy was developed during the 7th century. The word Islam is derived from the Arabic verb aslama, which means surrender to God. Islam is the name of the religion. Muslim means the followers of Islam, and when we say Islamic, it basically means the faith and doctrine of Islam. For example, the Islamic values, the Islamic beliefs, the Islamic law, the Islamic philosophy, etc. This philosophy was propounded by Prophet Muhammad in Arabia. Al-Kindi was the first Muslim philosopher. Here some students get confused. They think that Al-Kindi is the father and some think that Muhammad is the father, which is not true. What is true is that Prophet Muhammad was the propounder and messenger of God. Al-Kindi was the first Muslim philosopher and Al-Farabi is the father of Islamic philosophy. Be very clear with this. I have marked in green and this is very important from your exam point of view. This philosophy is monotheistic or say non-dualistic in nature. This basically means that it believes in the existence of only one God, that is Allah. Quran, which is the holy book, the Islamic literature, and Hadith, which is the saying of Muhammad, are the main sources of this philosophy. Now let us look at the exponents of this philosophy. Exponents means people who supports an idea, theory or philosophy. So these are the people: Al-Kindi, Al-Razi, Al-Farabi, Al-Ghazali, Al-Arabi, Al-Subrawardi, Avicenna, Andalusia, Ibn Bajjah, Ibn Tufail, Averroes, Mir Damad and Mullah Sadra. Of this, the first three are very important for you to remember. Al-Kindi, who was the first Muslim philosopher, Al-Razi, who was the second Muslim philosopher, and Al-Farabi, who is called the father of this philosophy. Now let us move on to metaphysics. Metaphysics means reality, and according to this philosophy, both God and universe are real. Universe is created by God, who is Allah, and God Allah is the ultimate reality. Next is epistemology. Epistemology means knowledge. In this philosophy, ilm, an Arabic word, is the term used for knowledge. Knowledge in this philosophy has been given great importance. In fact, it is said that acquisition of knowledge is compulsory for all Muslims. For the Muslims, knowledge is not a matter of individual choice, but a command and duty imposed by God and defined as the path to taqwa, which means God consciousness. According to this philosophy, there are three sources of knowledge. Number one, aql, which is the knowledge obtained through reasoning. Number two, waql, which is the knowledge obtained through tradition, the social traditions which have been practiced. And number three, kashaf, which is the knowledge obtained through intuition. There are three types of knowledge. Ilm al-yaqeen, which means deductive reasoning, that is moving from general to specific. For example, all men are mortal, Raju is a man, hence Raju is mortal. And then the second type of knowledge, ayn al-yaqeen, which means observatory knowledge. And the third one is haq al-yaqeen, which is empirical knowledge based on evidence and experience. Now let us look at the axiology. Axiology means value, and this philosophy gives importance to spiritual as well as ethical and moral values. An individual must imbibe in him values such as truth, justice, love, purity, humanity, etc. Universal brotherhood has been given great importance in this philosophy. An individual must possess good moral behavior. He must make Prophet Muhammad as his role model. Now let us look at the fundamental principles of this philosophy. According to this philosophy, God is the ultimate reality. This philosophy is monotheistic in nature. Mono means one or single, and theist means people who believe in the existence of God. As it believes in the existence of only one God, there is Allah. This philosophy do not believe in rebirth. It do not believe in idol worship. Acquisition of knowledge is compulsory upon every Muslim. They hold the belief that knowledge without the basis in faith and religion is incomplete. This philosophy laid great emphasis on universal brotherhood, all-round development of an individual, such as mental, physical, emotional, social. Here are the 5 sutun, which means pillars of Islam. These are very important for you to remember, often asked in examination. Number 1, Shahada, which means faith. The faith that there is no God except Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Number 2, Salah, that is prayer. The Muslims offer prayer that is called the namaz 5 times a day. They pray on a prayer mat facing towards Mecca. Also, they wash themselves before offering the prayer, which is called wuzu. Number 3, Zakah, which means charity. Charity is given to make wealth pure. Number 4, Som, which means fasting, and this refers to Ramzan. Number 5, Hajj, which means pilgrimage. Here it is the duty of a Muslim to make a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in a lifetime. Here are some important terms that we need to know. Ikra, which refers to reading or recitation. Tadib, which refers to training for good behavior and manners. And Talim, which refers to the process of education that is based on teaching and learning. Now, let us move on to the aims of education. Tarbiyah, an Arabic word, which means bringing up a child, is the term used for education in this philosophy. Following are the main aims of education: to produce a good man, to develop empathy among people, to encourage universal brotherhood, to develop the potentialities of the individual, all-round development of an individual, to acquire and develop knowledge, to spread Islamic religion, to understand the relation between God and man, and to realize and surrender oneself to Allah. Now let us look at the curriculum. The curriculum should include subjects which are helpful in meeting the spiritual as well as material needs. Thus, subjects such as linguistic, math, science, history, agriculture, geography, music, food, medicine, law, religious and moral education are included in the curriculum. Here one thing we have to keep in mind is that the curriculum is different in primary and higher education, which we will discuss later in the upcoming slide. Now, let us look at the methods of teaching. Here even the methods of teaching are different in primary and higher education. In primary education, the methods used are oral or recitation, direct method, memorization, rote learning. In higher education, the methods used are lecture, monitorial, self-study, and practical method. Now coming to the role of teacher. The teacher occupies a very high position in this philosophy. His role are to hold a high moral character, to be obedient towards Allah, to be knowledgeable, to have the abilities of imparting knowledge effectively, and to obtain qualities such as tolerance, patience, hard working, honesty, punctuality, etc. Next, role of students. The role of students are to be faithful towards Allah, to follow the basic values which have been prescribed in Islam, to obey their teachers, to be inquisitive in acquiring knowledge, to make Prophet Muhammad as their role model, to serve Allah in the best possible way they can. Next, discipline. Discipline is very important according to this philosophy, and this philosophy believes in reward and punishment. If the child does something good, he will be rewarded, and if he does something that is against the values and law, he will be punished accordingly. Now, coming to the last one, that is school. The Islamic school is divided into primary and higher education. Primary education is imparted in maktab. Maktab is derived from Arabic word kutub, which means place of books. For primary education, children have to undergo a ceremony called Bismillah Khani when they reach the age of 4 years, 4 months and 4 days. Here students are basically taught grammar, handwriting, 3 hours, that is reading, writing and arithmetic. The students here are taught by Maulvi. Only Muslim students are permitted in Maktab, and here the main emphasis is on religious education. Now, if we look at the higher education, it is imparted in Madrasa. Madrasa is derived from an Arabic word dars, which means lecture. Here both religious and practical education are imparted. And unlike the primary education, here in higher education, students from other religion are also permitted. Here subjects such as language, math, science, history, agriculture, geography, music, food, medicine, law, religious and moral education are studied. Now if we look at the methods of teaching, in primary education they use collective repetition, oral method, rote learning. And in higher education, the methods of teaching are lecture method, monitorial method, self-study, and practical method. So that was all on Islamic philosophy. I hope you liked the video. Please let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.